What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. If you guys remembered, in the previous video I showed you how to get variables, how to access variables, how to create them, initialize them and declare them in the previous video. And in this video I'm going to show you guys how you can actually achieve or retrieve these variables from user input. We're going to be using two different types of inputs. One is going to be a J option pane input, or a Java swing input, which is an input box, and then we're going to get console inputs using a scanner. So if you want to follow along, please do. If you just want to watch, that's totally fine. So first things what you want to do is you want to actually import these two classes. Now what I'm going to do for these, I'm going to go through the scanner first because that's the easiest. So you're going to do import java.util.S scanner. Okay, so now if you're using Visual Code like me, you are going to get an error or just a yellow squiggly line, which just means it hasn't been used at all. So which means you haven't created an object for it. Now, if you intend to use this scanner in other methods inside your class with other variables, what you can do is you can just create a public static, and you can say scanner, and now we need to create an object for it. I usually use input equals new scanner, and now we say system.in, which basically means we are accessing the input stream of system through the scanner object. Okay, so now we need to create a few variables. I'm going to create 4 types: the bool, the double, the integer, and the string. So for the string, I'm gonna say string name. I'm gonna say int. I'm just gonna call these months. I'm gonna say double salary, and then boolean is visible. Okay, so how to access these variables to use them for the input, what you would do is you would just type name equals the name of the object that you created, which is input. Then you can see you can either use next line or next. Now, I haven't really noticed a difference in next line or next because I've always used next line, but I'm going to go through both of them just to see what we get. Then I'm going to do a system.out, and I'm going to print out name. So now if you do run the program, I have no idea why it's installing packages. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Okay, so now you can see there's nothing asking the person to prompt the person to enter any value. But if you type, you can see you can actually add in a name. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a name. I'm going to call Tim. And if I hit enter, Tim is going to be printed out. But usually what you want to do is you just want to add an print line. You want to say please enter your name. Now if you use next line, I'm guessing it's obviously going to add the input to the next line, but let's see what happens if we do dot next. So I'm adding own, and then it still prints out own. So it does basically the same thing. Now let's do the next one. The next one is going to be the number of months, which is going to be input dot next int. Now please note you cannot use next or next line with an integer value, because you will get an error saying you can't convert from integer to string like in this form. So now that's all there. So I'm going to copy this again. Then I'm going to ask the user to enter the months. Let's run it again. So now I can add in Tim, and I can add in 12. As you can see, it does not yet print the value because we haven't asked it, we haven't told the compiler to print anything out. And the exact same, I'm gonna copy this, enter, let's do your salary. Let's do salary. No, not Sultan Prams. let's do salary equals input dot. You can either use next byte, or I think there's a next double. Yeah, okay. And if you run this, you can obviously have to enter a double. Let me just get rid of this. You can, of course, then enter a double value. And I'm going to do the same here. I'll copy this. And then I'm going to print out the salary. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to do this, concatenate a string, and I'm going to add a $sign next to it. Okay. So let's run this. You're going to see, you're going to enter your name. I'm going to do Tim 12, and the salary is going to be 25.00. Oh wait, maybe not. Tim 12, and then input stream mismatch. That is weird. Tim 12. Oh, there you go. Okay. So we have that now. I don't know why it's not working. That usually works if you do it like that, but either way, okay. So now I'm gonna say, let's say enter, please enter true if you see your salary. Then I'm gonna do is visible equals input dot next boolean, and it should be the same thing. So now I'm just going to type in is it visible, and let's run this. Please enter your name, Tim 12 34.5. Right? No, why is this not working? Honestly, don't get it. Okay, either way, let's continue to Tim 12. I'm just gonna do 35, 45. Please enter true if you see your salary. True, and there you go. The same would be if we added false, like I showed in the previous. If you print the value that you entered or whatever or what you declared your variable as, it's all the same into the inputs. Okay, 12, 34, and then false, and it will print out false. So if you call the variable that you use inputs, it'll print out the same variable that you would use if you initialized it originally from the start of the code. Okay, so the next input that I'm going to show you guys is going to be the J option pane. So you're going to do input Java x.swing dot J option pane. So now I'm going to remove all of these. And now we're going to do name equals J option pane dot show input dialog. Since you're not using any interfaces, we can type that as null, and then we can say please enter your name. Now if you open this, if you run it, okay, so it still prints that out, that's fine, I'll just remove that. So you get this, you can input it, you can say that, and then obviously it doesn't print anything, but we haven't called it. And then we're going to print out name. Okay, so now after name, I'm going to do months, and this is where it gets tricky, because the input from J option pane takes in a string value, so now you need to convert your integer to a string, and then so you're going to say integer dot value of, and then you're going to say J option pane dot show input dialog null, and then at message you're going to say enter the number of months, just like that. There you go. Okay, So now, if you run that, it'll do the same. Oh, missing that. Okay. It still won't print anything because that's just because we haven't called it to print. Number of months, 12. There you go. Okay, and then it's pretty much the same for the salary. The salary is going to take in, let's do integer dot value of, you're going to say j option pane dot show input dialog null. I'm going to do please enter your salary. Okay. So if we run this, I keep missing. Okay. Let's run it now. Enter your name Tim, enter the month 12, enter your salary. I'm gonna do 3,500. And there you go. Okay, so obviously it doesn't print anything. So let's just call all the other variables, num months, and then of course salary. So rerun it. Enter your name. I'm gonna type in Tim 12, and then please enter your salary, 1,500, and there you go. So it does. You can use integer. That's for any number value. There's not a double that I know, a double dot value of that I know of, because I've never used it, because this works just fine for me. So that will be the basic. In the next episode, I'll probably cover that if I find something. So now this is where it's gonna get tricky. Is visible is gonna be, can't say boolean dot value of, you can't, you can. It's gonna be j option pane dot show input dialog null. And now you're gonna say please enter true if you see your salary. There you go. I'm just gonna say please enter true. Okay. Whoops. Not bad. Okay. Parentheses and then run. Don't call it. Cancel. Okay. Don't know why I did that. Come on. Okay. Now all we do is visible. Okay. Really? Still? Okay. Okay, please enter your name, Tim. Enter the months, 12. Please enter your salary, 1,500. Please enter true if you see your salary. True. And there you go. So that is using the two different inputs, the two different inputs in Java, the scanner and the J option pane. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'm going to add my Discord, or a link to a Discord group, in the description below, so if you guys want to join that, you can. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like rating down below, subscribe, and I would see you guys on the next video.